guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the week preceding April 17th. I did end up getting 5 books this week. A couple I bought, a couple for review, and one that I borrowed as an ebook from the library. I'm going to go ahead and go into the review ones first. The first one I got for review is the second book in the Ink and Sigil series by Kevin Hearn, and that is Paper and Blood. This comes out August 10th, and I got through NetGalley to review. I really love the first book in this series. I think I liked it even more than the Iron Druid Chronicles, so I'm very eager to continue reading it. It does take place in the Iron Druid world, but does feature a older man who works signing contracts between druids or gods and each other. So it was really well done. The first book was really well done, so I'm really looking forward to the second book. The second book I got for review, and my printer isn't working, so I'm just going to put the picture next to me over here again, is Velvet Was the Night by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This also comes out in August 17th. I got this through NetGalley to review as well. Sylvia Moreno Garcia also wrote Mexican Gothic, which I really enjoyed. I also do have another book from her, Gods of Jade and Shadow, to read, but when I saw Velvet Was the Night come up, I thought, oh, that would be a great one to get to review. So I did go ahead and request that and got it to review. In addition to those books, I did buy 2 books. The first book I bought, I actually pre-ordered this a really long time ago, is Volume 10 and The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe. Again, this is a manga that's described as a quiet fairy tale featuring some creatures from the other side and a young girl who ends up living with one of the creatures named Teacher. There's a whole bunch more about that. People can supposedly catch this monstrousness. And so we're learning about that. Volume 9 ended on a huge cliffhanger and was super good. So I'm really excited to read Volume 10 and we'll probably read it very soon. The other book that I ended up buying was, again, one that BookBub brought to my attention. So BookBub has been getting me in trouble a lot with new books, but I have been grateful to see books coming out that I would have probably missed. Again, BookBub kind of goes through and it like compiles all the ebook deals that it finds online from a number of different sources. You can go in and put in like authors that you like, and it'll send you updates of books releasing from those authors or deals on them. And I started using that after I was doing the best places to find free books. The one that BookBub brought to my attention is actually an older book that I just didn't know was out there, and that is a book by Sarah Addison Allen. Sarah Addison Allen wrote Garden Spells and The Sugar Queen, I think is the other one. Anyways, they're magical realism books that feature women who are older, like not super old, but probably in their 30s or 40s. And a lot of times they use cooking or food or something to do like magical things. I really like them. I think they're just very beautifully written and are kind of peaceful and interesting. And so the one that BookBub brought to my attention was The Girl Who Chased the Moon. And this is supposed to be another one of those types of magical realism books where the girl ends up like baking a lot and stuff. That's all I really know about it. I do know it had mixed reviews on Goodreads, but a lot of her other books had mixed reviews too, and I really liked them. So I went ahead and bought that. It was on sale for $1.99 on Amazon for Kindle. So yeah, I bought that one. And then I did get one from the library. I had Into the Heartless Wood by Joanna Ruth Meyer on hold. And so I finally got granted access to that just yesterday, actually. And this one it sounds like it's kind of an urban fantasy type of thing. It reminded me, when I read the premise, it reminded me a lot of a Charles Dillon book, which I'm a huge fan of him. So that's the main reason that I grabbed it. So we'll see how it is. It sounded a little bit hard to describe. It's about like a guy who lives in the woods and protects these sirens or something like that. But it sounded intriguing. So those are the 5 books that I got this week. 2 for review, 2 that I bought, and then the one from the library. I'm going to keep this rather short because I'm doing this early in the morning before I start working. Uh, yeah, things are going okay here. Actually, behind this camera, I can see all the snow that's on the ground, and we do have half an inch to an inch of snow on the lawns, not on the roads in the driveway and on the roofs. And being that we were, what was it, 80 something last weekend. Welcome to Minnesota. You really never know what you're gonna get. If you ever wonder why people talk about the weather a lot, it's because it can be 80 one day and then you can have snow on the ground a few days later. So not super excited about that. I did mention our two neighbors were selling their house. They both sold them in a day. So we are going to have some new neighbors here. We don't have a lot of neighbors because we're on bigger lots. So that will be like half of our neighbors are new neighbors with these two people moving out. So eager to meet the new people and hope they're good neighbors. We live in a pretty good neighborhood. So, and then nothing else super exciting. My son is still going to school. We are planning our first camping trip soon. Hopefully there's no snow up north, but we are going to go ahead and try to take the camper up for a long weekend. My work is still crazy. My husband's work is still crazy. My son is getting ready for all his standardized testing, so he's not super excited about that. We have been dealing this week with some of the unrest caused by the shooting that happened in Brooklyn Center. I think it was Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park. We were under curfew again here in the metro area in Minnesota, and that was lifted yesterday. I was talking to my son about, and this has been a crazy, I mean, obviously with the pandemic, it's been crazy, but with all the unrest and stuff, we've been under curfew twice in the last year. I mean, in the last, 12-month period. Probably in the last 6 months period. Anyways, I have never in my life before been put under curfew by the government. So that's been an experience. We are, as of the end of this week here, 2 weeks out from our first Moderna shot. So we should have pretty good immunity to COVID. Not complete, but I think 80% or so. And then we do get our second shot on April 30th. So that'll be coming up here pretty quick. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to when they do emergency authorization for kids to get the shot, because now even though my husband and I will be vaccinated, my son will not, and he is the one going to school full-time with a whole bunch of other kids, so it'd be nice to get him vaccinated. We are kind of keeping his summer activities fairly minimal. He does some we call it cardboard camp, but it's Adventures in Cardboard, where they build big medieval things out of cardboard and have these strategic battles across a regional park. He's been doing the last couple of years. One of his friends introduced him to it, and he really likes that. And then he is going to start up hockey again here pretty soon, and he's just doing a rec league now. He's kind of decided he's done with the district hockey league. It's just a lot of time and a lot of competition, and while he loves hockey, he is not the most competitive player. So we're trying to get him back into some things over the summer and be safe while we're doing it. Hopefully things will start to get more normal. I'm absolutely heartbroken by all the racism and unrest going on right now. I even have a girlfriend who's Asian who's been having trouble when she's having to travel for work with people causing her issues. And so just be nice to everybody. Everybody is just people trying to get through their day, and I get super frustrated that everybody's being so, well, not everybody, of course it's not everybody, right? It's the people who make the news, but just be kind to everybody. COVID is nobody's fault implicitly. I mean, now no big groups of people's fault. I don't know how it originated, but don't go blaming people just because their parents moved over here from a different country 2 generations ago. And the same with all the unrest in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center. I mean, come on, guys. Whatever. The whole story is still unfolding. Was it an accident? Was it not? Yeah, I mean, people should be held accountable for their actions, but let's not do this excessive violent protesting to show that we are against violence. It seems kind of ironic to me. Anyways, all that being said, another half of this video is me just chatting. So if you don't like that, just stop after the book part. I will talk to you guys. I will actually have a video this coming Wednesday. I know I missed this last Wednesday again. As I said, things have been really crazy with work and I've been very, very busy. So yeah, just look for Wednesday. There will be a video. I normally do videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I hope you got a lot of great books to read and have a great week of reading. And I will talk to you later. Bye.